Well, I mean, one of the things that's also, important to remember is that each time, we can speak of things in terms of emotional effects, but also for the church in Cuba, which has, historically suffered, greatly. It's always been for the period of, since the Communist Revolution, the church was very actively suppressed, and in recent years, they've, gained a little bit more room to continue to grow and to work. As Cardinal Sean always readily explains, in the early days, people would be, they'd had their food rations cut if they were caught going to church, even though they were, technically speaking, free to do that. That was, of course, historical, but with the visit of John Paul II, they were, for example, in honor of that visit, they were actually allowed to celebrate Christmas for the first time. When Pope Benedict came in 2012, as a gesture of goodwill towards the church, the Catholics here were allowed to celebrate Good Friday for the first time and also have processions in the streets. Up till then it had been something banned. And of course, in Latin America, processions in the street with the Virgin were always a very big part of the culture, and so they were allowed to do that again. And so I think there was also a hope. And it may come to fruition, but it's oftentimes with each visit of the Holy Father, something concrete changes for the life of the church here. And I think oftentimes in the States, where we speak often about, the problem of people not really wanting to go to Mass. And as the Cardinal will always say, there are other places in the world where people are actually now, presently in other countries, people are literally dying for the chance to go to Mass. And here again, it's not in that situation, but at least they would really dearly desire to have the church have more room to grow and grow their programs and again open schools. And so there really is a hope that there can be some real concrete change and that there can be more room for them to continue their ministry. They would love to expand, but up to now they have not. So I think that's part of it as well. And again, I think just in terms of culture, in terms of the people, I think it was a great sign, to have large groups of Americans, again, from Miami, from Boston, from other places, and from other nations as well, come here, just as a sign that Cuba is not forgotten by us, and that we wanted to reach out to them as well.